Hey there, it's David. Welcome back to Cross Fitness, helping men and women get in the best spiritual shape of their lives one workout at a time. Quick thought. In this video, I'll title it with a question. Here's the question. How does God get your attention? How does God get your attention? So I've been reading in the book of 2 Samuel the story of King David's rise to the throne. He ascended to the throne following a difficult path with King Saul. And now there is trouble in his house because of his affair with Bathsheba. After Nathan the prophet rebukes him severely, God forgives him, but violence and inside turmoil within his home, it just follows him. This character flaw in David caused the death of 3 of his sons. Now we're at the story of Absalom, his good-looking son that, it doesn't, arranges the murder of his brother Amnon after he raped Absalom's sister Tamar. And what a sordid story, right? So here's what I wanted to talk to you about today regarding getting your attention. So Absalom wants to do a coup. He wants to overthrow his father David. He thinks he has lost respect for him because he wouldn't correct Amnon for raping his sister, and so Absalom has him killed and then flees for 3 years to King Geshur, his grandfather, and then comes back after Joab, conspires with the lady to make an appeal to the king to bring the son back, which he did, but for 2 years he didn't even see his face. Meanwhile, Absalom is trying to win the hearts of the people at the city gates. If I were king, I'd get you justice and all that. Well, now we come to the place where Absalom wants to call Joab, the commander of the army, over to his place to talk about a conspiracy to overthrow David. So he sends his servants over to Joab. But Joab won't respond. And Absalom sends them back again. And still, Joab refuses to come. Maybe suspects that something's going on, right? With the young prince. So finally Absalom says to his servants, go set Joab's barley fields on fire. Well, gosh, within the hour, Joab, finds out that Absalom's ordered this, and he rushes over to Absalom's place and demands, why have you set my barley fields on fire? And basically, Absalom says, did I not call you 2 times? But you wouldn't come, so I had to get your attention. Okay, said all of that to ask you the question, which is the title of this thought, and that is, what does God do? How does God get your attention? Does he need to burn your barley field on fire? Does he need to set something on fire? Does he require difficult or challenging circumstances in order for you to look up, to pause and pray and obey what he said to do and to get your attention? Sometimes he whispers to us. Often he'll speak to us through the word or through worship or through the pastor at church during his weekly sermon or through your small group or a devotional you're reading or just a variety of other ways that he tries to sensitively and gently speak to us, correct us. And often, we're very distracted. We're very busy. We've got plans after all. We've got somewhere to go and somebody to see and something to do. And so what is the Lord to do if we're not sensitive to him? If we repeatedly and consistently ignore his overtures to try to get the word to us, that he's summoning us to seek him, to listen to him. He's got some advice. He's got some counsel. He's got some teaching. He's got some discipline and discipleship that he'd like for us to work out for our good, and yet we're not paying attention. Sometimes something happens that kind of metaphorically is burning our barley field down, and then we rush to him in the chaos and said, oh God, help me. What's going on here? Don't you care? Don't you love me? Yeah, he cares and he loves you. And yeah, sometimes me, I, you, we are not paying attention. So he permits and allows things to happen that juxtaposes us into a remarkable situation and predicament that requires maybe divine intervention. It requires us to call up on our friends, hey, pray for me. The stuff hit the fan and here I am, And so, how does God get your attention? My advice and counsel to you, to me, to us is, let's be attentive every day. Say, Lord, is there anything you'd like to talk to me about today? Maybe you can journal. Maybe you can take a prayer walk. Maybe you can just be still. Hey, how about for 5 minutes? Could you do 5 minutes? Instead of being like, a 3-year-old squirming in his mother's arms, trying to wiggle away. No, I don't want you to hold me. I don't want you to hold me close and whisper things in my ear. I want to go away and play. Well, let's not be that way. Let's mature and let's seek the Lord intentionally. Let's get quiet. Let's hit pause on the distractions. Let's put the phone on airplane mode. And let's just take a pause, take a walk, take a breather, take a break. And let's listen in on what the Holy Spirit might want to say to us to avoid our barley field from being burned down, okay? All right, that's my encouragement to you today. For now, I'm David, your virtual mentor, remind you that I'm always for you, never against you. Have a great day.